before we start this video, if you guys want to see who won the giveaway, look down in the little description below. I'll have the winner announced, where you won AJJ's Bible 2 and a few other goodies. So if you're the winner, go on Instagram, message me. Yeah. Today's video is something that you guys have been requesting for a very long time, and I'm finally doing it because there was just too many good albums of 2018. So what I'm gonna do is tell you the album, the artist, my favorite song, which is a song you should go listen to, and yeah. So my all-time favorite album of 2018 this year was Hot Mulligan's Pilot. Now you guys know I'm a huge Hot Mulligan fan. Clearly, I like Hot Mulligan. Hot Mulligan's like an emotional rock band from Michigan, and they started back in 2014. They've been growing ever since and told everyone this back then that they were gonna explode, and they signed with No Sleep Records and then came out with Opportunities a couple years ago, and then in 2018 they came out with Pilot. My favorite song from Pilot has to be the soundtrack to Missing a Slam Dunk. This song, the beginning lyrics, he says, "Come one, come all," but every time that I heard the song, I thought it was "Come boy, come home," and I thought the song was about a dog. I feel so stupid, but it literally sounds like he's saying, "Come boy, come home." Like, that entire album is very good. I would definitely give it a chance if you haven't. So my favorite number 2 and 3 albums of 2018, JOJI. He came out with the Ballads one in 2018, and he also came out with In Tongues, like the deluxe version in 2018. So he had a pretty big year for him, I guess. JOJI is kind of like your basic lo-fi. I know everyone's heard of JOJI. He's otherwise known as Pink Guy, who was the whole meme dude back in the day, and then he went and changed his whole style over to JOJI. A lot of his songs have like very soulful vocals in them, layered over like lush, grimy type of textures. A lot of his songs sound similar, which I don't mind because I really like his type of style. He knows how to capture the audience very well and keep everyone listening to the album and liking every song. My favorites from Ballads 1 is probably Yeah Right, and that song has been out for quite a while, I feel like. Or I really like Can't Get Over You. It's very like catchy and happy and upbeat. It just always put me in the mood to be like and honestly, I can't pick a favorite from In Tongues because that entire album, besides like once it gets to the remixes of the songs, are extremely good. They sound very similar, like I said, very like chill, lo-fi. Whenever I was sad, I would always put JOJI on, and it was just like, wow, thanks JOJI. And my number 4 favorite album of 2018 was Tiny Moving Parts' album Swell. A lot of people did not like this album, and I was very upset because I was a huge fan. I love Tiny Moving Parts, I love math rock, and they're from Minnesota, so they're close by, so they're always like in Madison or something, so it's pretty cool. They released Swell off of Triple Crown Records. If you don't know Tiny Moving Parts, I don't know what you're doing. They're a fantastic band. Dylan, the singer, is a very happy type of singer, and every time that you see them, you'll be happy, and he always like gets very involved with his audience, which I think is a very good quality to have in a singer. My favorite song off of Swell is probably It's Too Cold Tonight. It's very good, and it's very like it's just fun. And next on my list I have Death Grips, Year of the Snitch. I don't know how to explain Death Grips. If you don't know them, you probably won't like them. If you've seen the Vine of the dog, you know Death Grips because that is him.
Swing Sam, push me harder, push me swang into tomorrow.
It's kind of like glitched out sounding, like very blast beat. You just have to have a kind of taste for them. You know, I can't explain them. You'll just have to go listen to them. My favorite from this album is probably Death Grips is Online. Again, I really don't know how to explain this duo or this band. You'll just have to go listen to them. And next on my list I have Casey's Where I Go When I'm Sleeping. Casey are a 5-piece melodic hardcore type band from South Wales, I believe it is. They kind of just started in 2016 and came out with an album called Love Is Not Enough. They just kind of blew up from there. And then they just came out with this album, and then they're just like,
hey, we're quitting as a band. Goodbye, everyone.
It's just very sad because they're very great. If you like Counterparts, if you like Being as an Ocean, Deaf Haven, like any of those types of bands, you'll definitely like Casey. My favorite from this album is probably Fluorescence, and it's like the more soft type of song on this album. As I said, if you like any of those bands I mentioned, you'll like Casey. And now they're disappearing, so actually don't go listen to them because they're leaving everyone, which is sad. So number 7 on my list I have is Basement's Beside Myself. This album, again, wasn't like super loved in this scene, I guess. Everyone thought it was very basic, but Basement didn't really change their sound, which I'm happy about because Fueled is like messing up a lot of bands, so I'm happy about that. I actually made a video about Basement's Beside Myself because I thought it was a good album. I really enjoyed it. My favorite off of that is probably Changing Lanes. It's the interlude in the whole album. It's acoustic. I wish it was longer than a minute, but it is not. But yes, go listen to Basement's new album. Number 8 on my list isn't really an album, but it is an EP, and it is is 100th Ultra Rare. It's more of like the synth pop type of 100th, and they definitely went in a totally different direction than what they used to sound like, because they used to be kind of hardcore, like melodic-y hardcore, I guess, if you want to say that. I don't know, not really, kind of. I loved this EP. It was very nice to listen to. I love the album cover. It was very pleasing to the eye, and I really like their Labor of Love clothing line that they've come out with. It's very cool. I can't afford it because I am broke, but it is very cool. My favorite off of Ultra Rare is Youth. It's very cool. It's like synth poppy and I really like it, but go listen to that one. And number 9, again, is not really an album but like an EP single, but it is Remo Drives Pop Music. A lot of people are not a fan because of how they record their music, and it doesn't sound very well done, which I do a little bit have to agree with. They're getting more popular, so they're probably getting a bigger budget for like recordings and all that, but I really like this entire like little EP single. It was very cute. It was very refreshing coming into March and listening to these few songs. I really do enjoy Remo Drive, and I think they're a great band. My favorite song is probably Blue Ribbon off of the EP. And last on my list I have Oliver Houston's Mixed Reviews, and this again is not an album, it is an EP. I'm so sad because Oliver Houston, I'm pretty sure from what I've heard and seen that they are quitting as well, or retiring from music, whatever you want to call it. It's so upsetting. I love Oliver Houston. They're like emo, math rock, punk type of sound. God, it just makes me so sad. All these good bands are just coming to an end. My favorite from this album is probably Camo or Mixed Reviews. Mixed Reviews is more of like the acoustic song off this EP, and I love it a lot. Very good, very sad, very catchy, and it's just an album for everyone. If you like angsty lyrics, if you like emo, if you like punk, Oliver Houston's the band to check out. So yeah, those were my top 10 favorite albums of 2018. And once again, as a little reminder, if you haven't checked already, in the description I have the winner for my giveaway in my last video. So if you see it, DM me on Instagram and I will happily send out your vinyl. So yeah, this is probably going to be my last video of 2018. I'm going to be working a lot within the next 2-3 weeks, like a lot. I'm working on Christmas, I'm pretty sure, Christmas Eve, that whole week, the whole weekend, every single day of my life. Yeah, I'm moving into a new apartment and I'm very excited, so that'll be a fun new adventure. So it might be a couple weeks, but I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a good New Year. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Goodbye!